What's up, gamers? Welcome to GameStar. My name is Rob, and today I've got a list of mods to share with you that will completely change your world and quite possibly blow your mind. I've got some pretty powerful mods in this list that do all kinds of cool stuff. They add plants and trees, interesting monsters and creatures, bring the ocean to life, and add new locations to explore. And that's not even all. But I don't want to tell you about them, I want to show you. So if I sparked your interest, even a little, then come with me, and I'll show you what's possible in this wild, wild world. We might as well start with one of the most notable changes, the biomes. With RTD biomes, all of the world's current environments receive a major overhaul. The land will form the same and still have all the fauna and resources you expect from them, but you'll find them populated with so much more. You'll discover ancient trees that have come to their final resting place sprawling across the ground, and great magical oaks that reach far above the other trees. Weeping willows spout forth their leaves like fountains of green, and that's just in the meadows. There's a plethora of new exotic plants, flowers, and curious mushrooms, and all of these additions are even harvestable, with the right tools. This mod adds so much abundance and vibrance to the world that it really feels like a truly magical place. More magical than vanilla, at least. This isn't the first biome mod I've tried, but I really like the changes this one makes. Although the mushrooms, well, they look really cool, but they're a little more petrified than any mushroom I've ever encountered. Still, you can remove them if you don't like them, so that's hardly a complaint. Another change to the world here is that there are far more world locations. Normally, in a vanilla world, it doesn't take very long to see all the different types of random ruins littered about. They become less of a curiosity to explore and more of a random eyesore in the distance. But here, there are so many, and they're so interesting that I can't help but explore them once discovered. There's so many points of interest added that you're unlikely to see the same ones twice. Even if you're concerned that I may be ruining things by showing you these, it's not even likely that you'll see any of these ruins in your own world. Let me know if you do. That'd be pretty cool, actually. Anyways, there's a bunch of new locations for each specific biome, with the most being Black Forest at 31. That's 31 unique points of interest that can spawn in just the Black Forest alone. The swamp has another 26. At the time of making this, there are currently 119 new custom locations that this mod will add to your worlds. That is in addition to the vanilla ruins, which still spawn at the same rate. It really fleshes the world out and makes it feel like it's hiding an ancient story, one that's up to you to discover. But it's not only the lands that have changed, the oceans are busting with life now as well. There are all kinds of sea animals to discover and interact with. Dolphins and whales, turtles and stingrays, and sharks. Yep, there's definitely sharks, unfriendly and aggressive, and more than just one type. You ever want to hunt a great white? Great, because they'll be hunting you. And honestly, whether you want to or not, you're gonna have to eventually kill a shark. And you might end up actually killing other animals too. Before you shed a tear or let your heart be weighed down in any way, know this: they all drop meat that makes them pretty tasty food. So no animal deaths will be in vain. I forgot to mention, swimming with the dolphins, or even killer whales, is now a real possibility too. Especially once you realize that Vikings do swim. In fact, they can dive underwater too. You can swim faster and farther than normal, but can also dive and swim in all directions, including down. Having this ability not only feels natural and intuitive, but also feels so fluid, no pun intended, that it really should be part of the base game. We're talking real freedom here. It also helps solve serious problems that are common in Valheim. Ever had one of your ships destroyed and the materials sank too far to reach? Not a problem. Collecting your sunken treasures is like a walk in the park now. As long as you have the stamina for it, that is. Be careful down there though, because Monster Labs will make your dives more dangerous by adding new creatures and monsters to the ocean biome. In fact, it adds new monsters in every biome, making the world more dangerous, but also more interesting. The world isn't just more dangerous for you either, because many of these monsters attack native species as well, which may actually be the distraction you need to get out of a sticky situation. To make things worse, as if that's what you're after, the rules have changed here in regards to creature level and loot control. It's now possible to see 3 and even 4-star mobs, who are much bigger and far more dangerous than even their 2-star counterparts. In this wild world, you will cease to be the apex predator, and you'll always find yourself challenged by nature. Luckily, it's actually a lot of fun to see giant versions of traditional mobs. You never can quite reach the place where mobs become completely trivial anymore. I've covered several changes to this place that make things far more difficult. Don't worry though, there are also changes that give you the edge against whatever the world may decide to throw at you. You see, among its vast ruins and wicked monsters, this world also has epic loot to find and even craft. All mobs, including the new ones added, have a chance to drop magically enchanted gear. There are also countless combinations of spells and effects that can be added to almost any item you can equip. You can gain access to powers like Featherfall and Air Jump. You can get huge boosts to your stamina and regeneration. Normally, when you can acquire enough magical gear, you could reach a level of feeling truly overpowered. But here, you'll need every advantage you can gather. Once you gain confidence in your abilities though, and find Haldor the Merchant, you can make some pretty decent money from hunting named mobs. You see, Haldor now has bounties to claim, monsters that have sinned against the Allfather and have been targeted for destruction. If you're able to locate and dispatch them, there'll be a hefty payout for you to claim. There are also treasure chests hidden throughout the world. You can purchase treasure maps from Haldor to locate them. If you're able to find the treasure, you'll often be rewarded with coins, gemstones, and even, on occasion, magical items, as well as magical essences and resources that will allow you to enchant your own gear or make changes to your current items. There is really a ton of stuff added with this mod, far too much to cover here. But all of this will give you the edge you'll need to carve your path through this truly unruly place. Drawing our attention back to the world itself, traveling is much easier and efficient here thanks to X-Portal. Now your portals are all linked together and you can choose exactly which portal you would like to access from any other portal in the world. It's as simple as plopping a portal down, naming it, and then choosing which other existing portal you'd like to travel to. Then simply walk through it and you're there. This is especially helpful in a world shared with others, so you never have to worry about getting locked out of your ability to return home just because somebody changed the name of a portal. It really does improve life quite a bit. And speaking of change, there is a huge change in your ability, because now you're able to climb. That's right, with the climbing mod, you can climb directly up most steep obstacles. Trying to get away from a bear? Climb a tree. Want to traverse a steep cliff the fastest way possible? Go up vertically. Being able to climb adds a whole new level of freedom and immersion that you just can't get in a vanilla world. Just be careful to watch your stamina while climbing up high, because falling isn't usually fun. But gliding is. You can now join the many birds of the air with Odin Flight. A craftable set of artificial wings is added, which replace your cloak and add the ability for you to soar like an eagle. To be honest though, you'll do a lot more falling and face planting before getting the hang of it. It isn't easy, but it sure is fun. To give myself the best chance to take flight, I built an overlook atop the steepest mountain I could find. I climbed my way to the top and made my way to the edge. After gaining the courage, which took a little time, I ran and jumped off, spread my wings, and, well, it took a few tries to get it right. But eventually I did. And wow, was it awesome. Unfortunately, I flew too good and too far and ended up diving face first in the ocean. Luckily, I was close enough to shore to make my way back to land. Could have easily gone south though, so be careful. So yeah, this is quite the wild world, but one I definitely recommend you explore. I want to make it clear though, you don't have to accept every change proposed here. Rather, my intent is to offer you a variety of options that you can pick and choose from. Take the ones you want, and ditch the rest. I'll have links to all these mods below so you can grab them quickly and easily. For those of you who want to try all these mods at once, I'll have a mod profile in the description below. Import the code using your Thunderstore mod manager and you're ready to rock. If you're open to trying out my personal wild world preference, I'll have a code for that profile too. I'd love to hear what you think about it. That's all I have for you today though. I'm going to get back to practicing my flying. I recommend that you get to modding. Thanks for hanging out with me today. I look forward to seeing you again. Until then, be safe, be content, and take care. Long live Valheim! Are you still here? Haha, you're a real one. Alright, then I got a bonus for you. If you enjoy hunting sea serpents, like I do, or just want more activity when you're out in the ocean, then what you're looking for is a sea of noodles. This will drastically increase the spawn rate of sea serpents and make your voyages far more interesting and your hunting trips far more lucrative. But all right, that's really going to do it this time. Thanks for sticking around. I appreciate you. Take care. See ya.